Hey, Skylar here with your news digest for July 7th. Monday brought a massive restructuring at Microsoft's gaming division, a fascinating debate about the future of AI agents, and a new open model that could reshape the economics of inference. Let's get into it. Microsoft just announced the biggest restructure in Xbox history. 4,800 jobs cut across the company, with about 1,600 from Xbox alone. 4 game studios are being sold. Double Fine and Compulsion Games are returning to their founders, while Ninja Theory and Undead Labs are getting new ownership. Xbox CEO Asha Sharma didn't sugarcoat it. She said Xbox was losing 64 cents for every dollar invested. This is a hard reset toward bigger franchises and fewer bets on indie studios. When a company with Microsoft's resources admits this publicly, it says something about how brutal the gaming business has become. Next up, Vercel CEO Guillermo Rauch had some sharp words about AI agents. His argument? When you move from demos to production, you stop caring about which model is the smartest and start optimizing for price versus performance. That means separating the model layer from the agent layer and swapping models based on the task. This is the exact same pattern we saw with cloud infrastructure. First you build monoliths, then you disaggregate. The agent stack is maturing in real time. Switching to hardware. SK Hynix, the South Korean memory giant that dominates the HBM chip market, is about to list in the US. Their multibillion-dollar IPO hits this Friday, riding the AI memory boom. HBM is the high-bandwidth memory that makes AI accelerators work, and SK Hynix supplies basically everyone. If you want a pure-play bet on AI infrastructure, this is it. All right, here's one of those stories where you just have to laugh. Reddit is now deploying LLMs to fight AI-generated spam on its platform, so the problem that LLMs created, floods of bot-generated content, is now being solved by more LLMs, presumably generating different content that flags the first content. It's an arms race where both sides are using the same weapons. The irony is thick, but the underlying point is real. Content moderation in 2026 is an AI versus a DOT fight. On the model front, a new analysis argues that GLM 5.2 is the first open weights model that genuinely competes with Claude Opus and GPT at agentic tasks at about 15 to 20% of the cost. The thesis is that AI inference margins are about to collapse because open models are catching up fast and the pricing floor keeps dropping. If you're building products on API calls, this is a very bullish signal. If you're selling API calls, it might be time to find a moat. Anthropic published new research on what they call a global workspace in language models, a mechanism for how LLMs coordinate and route information internally. It's a neuroscience-inspired framing that could inform the next generation of model architectures. The paper is getting a lot of attention from researchers, and it signals where Anthropic is investing intellectually. Apple dropped a new iOS 27 beta that lets you customize Siri's pace and expressivity. How fast she talks, how expressive her tone is. It's part of the broader generative AI rebuild of Siri, making it feel more natural and personal. For anyone in the voice, AI, or TTS space, Apple exposing these controls at the user level is a sign of where the industry is heading. And finally, OfficeCLI, an open source tool that lets AI agents read and edit Microsoft Office files directly. It hit the top of Hacker News. If you're building agentic workflows that interact with real business documents, spreadsheets, presentations, Word files, this is infrastructure worth watching. 3 things to try. First, read the GLM 5.2 margin collapse analysis. It's a clear-eyed take on where the economics are going. Second, if you're deploying agents, think about Guillermo Rauch's argument. Model-agnostic routing is the production play. And third, check out OfficeCLI if your agents need to touch real Office documents. That's your digest for July 7th. Full details and links are on the site. Catch you next time. Bye.